Hello, you guys. How's it going? This is Ryan Aranda here. My best life Paraguay. Um, and today I want to be really honest about information that I've come by. And as you have seen in the title, I'll address the title, but I just want to first off say that no, this is not clickbait. Um, this is very much my real life, and because of that, I'll break down information that I've come by, right? But first, before that, um, just a quick introduction for those who are new to my channel. I know I do this quite often, but I'm Ryan Aranda. I moved here to Paraguay 4 months ago, over 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago at this point. I was born here in Paraguay, right? And I met my biological family 12 years ago in 2012. Okay, and in that first time that I came in 2012, I had done an investigation to meet my biological mother and a couple siblings of mine, right? And I've been coming every single year since here to Paraguay. And so this video, I guess I'm going to break down why I'm even doing this in the first place, because it is very personal information. I'm doing this because it's my real testimony and it may help folks who are looking to reconnect with their family members, and just kind of see my thought process and just kind of maybe try to understand where I'm coming from a little bit, hopefully. And also just like so you feel maybe a little less alone when you pursue this yourself. You've seen me do it. I am a 33-year-old man. I've had 12 years to digest a lot of things, right? Even new information like this is hard for me, right? I'm not gonna lie. Not to the point where like I need your guys' sympathy or anything like that. Like uh, I don't need you guys asking like, oh, are you okay? All this stuff. Like, no, I'm fine. Truly. Okay, so yeah, so that's like the bigger reason why. And I know my channel is very different from a lot of channels. I'm not just travel or relocation. I go into my stories, I go into my life, I go into culture here, I go into economics, real estate. We're selling this place right next door, other houses, etc. Um, anyway, so like I know my channel is very different, right? But like my personal stories, I'm actually kind of surprised that people latch on to my personal stories here. But I'm glad that you guys do. And because it's my testimony, man. And besides that, besides what I'm trying to do for not just adopted kids, but like anybody who's had a fallout potentially with family, anyone who's suffered through family secrets, found things out later. Maybe you're foster child growing up. Maybe you're an orphan. Maybe you're adopted. Maybe one of your parents didn't explain everything in life. And I apologize for the dogs barking, you guys. I just live in a neighborhood with a lot of dogs. Hopefully, when I mix up the volume, you guys won't hear the dogs. So I apologize for that. Um, yeah, you guys. Um, so all right. The point of this video is that yes, I have recently found out. Actually, before I do that, I want to take you back to 2012. There's a particular uncle of mine who told me 12 years ago that it's possible that I have a twin, right? And if I'm going to be completely honest, I kind of just let the information slide. I didn't really feel it in my heart, to be completely honest. when I was growing up, I've had dreams about other family members visiting me, right? Um, but I never felt that I had a twin, right? And if I'm gonna be a little honest, I'm kind of upset with myself that I didn't feel that. Um, I've had dreams of other family members, but never really a twin situation. I don't know how to interpret that. Maybe my twin does not necessarily need to connect with me. Maybe it's a situation like that. I don't know. But there's new information out now that I got about 2 weeks back when I talked to some family members that confirmed that yes, I actually am a twin. Um, and it's a hell of a thing to hear, and to have be confirmed by them. And this was confirmed by them because my biological mother here confessed it to them, right? When she had no reason to, right? Even before I came down here the first time and met everybody. So there was no incentive for her to tell these particular family members beyond just probably the burden and the guilt of it. So as now I've confirmed between 3 family members that yes, I do have a twin. I also want to say as well that I hold nothing against family members here who have recently let me know this information. They know how hard my journey has been over the years. They know that I've really tried to focus on my life recently. So I have absolutely no animosity toward anybody. Oh, and also on top of that, um, my adoptive parents did not know about this at all either. Right, this is not information that they would have or could have known. Okay, so I just want to make that clear, right? Um, yeah. So the only person who truly knows was my biological mother. And then actually, here, let me say something. So I know that I called because of a video, or because I'm doing this video, my adoptive parents. That's just to make the distinction here. They're very much my parents, right? Without the adoptive part in front of it. The only reason I say it that way is just for storytelling purposes, to make things clear for you guys, right? But I think of them as my parents. They very much are my parents, my mom and my dad, who raised me in the United States of America to be the man that I am today. Okay. So I do want to make that clear. Okay. So yeah. So, I came about this new information. And it was impactful. I'm not gonna lie. It was, I mean, to say the least, right? Imagine yourself. Imagine yourself having heard this, right? That you have a long lost twin in the world. It's not an easy thing to hear. Sometimes like I've joked around with my sister, like, hey man, even before this information, like, dang man, my life sometimes it feels like a freaking movie. Like some of the trials and tribulations I've had, self-identity stuff in the States, then coming here, and then this whole journey, and then now me living here. It's like a separate one on top of those 2 first ones. And now this information is just like, one day I am gonna write a book, you guys, and I hope that you guys read it. Actually, probably here shortly. I'm probably gonna get started. Um. So, anyways, I believe they didn't really tell me, but the 2 family members that told me that I very much do have a twin, and not only that, but I know my twin's name even. Okay, and so I'm not going to give it here because I don't want you guys doing any kind of investigations on my behalf, right? Um, so uh, so yeah, I did want to just say that. Um, and you know, but yeah, this information, that what I'm gonna do with it, when I'm ready, most likely next year in 2025. Okay. Um, and pursue to search out my twin, right? And so, on top of that, like one thing I'd also want to mention for folks who are in a similar journey like mine, reconnection, um, not everything is going to go the way you plan in your head, right? To say the least. But even on top of that, like, like in my case, right? I thought I'd uncovered all the secrets 12 years ago, but that wasn't the case. I'm uncovering secrets even right now and getting some things confirmed, right? Getting things confirmed that I found out. Okay. So yeah, so that's the update to my life. It's a hell of an update, and I know that there will be people here who are gonna say, "Oh my gosh, you shouldn't be putting that out there. Why would you do that?" Oh, blah 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 blah. Well, I want to be honest, man. I'm not gonna be here forever. Nobody is. None of us. I don't mean to make this a dark topic, but I've almost seen an early grave 3 times in my life, and so like, if I can do anything to help others feel a little less alone in their journeys, then maybe that's one good thing I could leave in this world, you know? Or maybe my kids one day, if I have kids, hopefully I do, and a wonderful wife one day, hopefully that they can see this video and be like, okay, you know, this is my dad's thought process. This is how he thought at this age, given this new piece of information. And speaking of giving that new piece of information, you got to remember too that when you do this stuff, it could be very impactful on the other end, which is another reason why I'm taking my time with this, digesting this on my end, but also preparing for what could be on the other end, right? If I truly do meet my twin, because they may not know that they have siblings either. This could be very impactful for them. I've had nearly half a lifetime to be able to digest a lot of this stuff. So, and I just knew that there's a lot of secrets, man. This is about a why, like in the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I mean? So it was just a time filled with a lot of secrets. It would have been the equivalent of the U.S. probably maybe World War II, maybe after World War II. There's just a lot of secrets. Because secrets were easier to hold back in the day, before the internet, before all these directories where you could easily search out people, etc. So yeah. Again, this is very much not clickbait. I would not lie about something like this. This is very much truthful. Um, you know, and yeah, I wouldn't even joke about this. You guys, it's true information that I've come about. I'll do with it what I'm gonna do with it, and I've sat on it for a couple of weeks now, thinking, should I even share this? Should I not? And I think I should. You know, like I said, this is an easier. It's because if you see it, I'll put it up on the screen. My first Spanish video, I did a call out to meet a younger sister of ours that we know exists in this world as well, right? Her name is Rosa, Rosa, and I'd imagine she'd be mid-20s, maybe late 20s by now. I'm not really sure, but she exists in this world, and these family members confirmed as well that she does exist, right? So I do have also, on top of a twin, a long lost sister, Rosa. I at least know her name. Well, actually, I know both their names, right? I'm not going to give you my twin's name because that'd be too easy for maybe some of you guys, ultra curious people, to do an investigation on my behalf, and I'll just take care of that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't. This is an incredibly unscripted video. I'm just kind of giving you what I got. In fact, I actually did a take yesterday, but I was looking like a scrum. And I just needed to look presentable for this video, right? Since I'm talking about deep stuff and family, etc. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, you guys. So, whatever hardships you might have, self identity stuff, internal stuff, uh, try to open up to people. Don't keep it bottled inside. Try to open up to people who really truly love you, really close friends, family members, etc. Because you can keep a lot of this stuff boiled up inside of you, right? Maybe your society that you grew up in didn't fully accept you, right? Maybe you were othered, like I was, dealt with racism throughout the years, uh, being excluded, discrimination, that kind of thing, right? I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, you look white enough. I'm sure that you were treated as a white kid." Not always, to say the least. You know what I mean? Um, so you're gonna have struggles and societal, internal, uh, when you start taking action, like come across new information, like I am, more stuff. You're gonna have responsibilities pop up. You're gonna feel responsible, especially if you're a guy, especially if you want to see maybe like I've mentioned before, if there's kids in your family, that you're gonna want to see them well in life, except the next generations, etc. So there's a whole burden, right, to take this on, right? My twin is 33 years old, just like I am. There's a very good chance that my twin may have a family, especially if he, it's a male twin. If he grew up here, there's a more likely of a chance, right? Now, I don't know if my male twin grew up here in Paraguay. I can't really confirm that yet, and I'm also waiting to. I don't know in the United States, Canada, France. I have no idea. um, but this is going to be something I pursue, and you know, uh, I don't know if I'll keep you guys updated, just depending on how everything plays out. I don't know. I have to respect on everybody's end. This is not just my thing. And also, like, a twin is next level information. That's more than just a sibling, right? Even though a lot of people would think of it that way, as always just another sibling. Well, not really. It's a more complicated, touchy matter. Okay. And lastly, I will say that, like, I know that, like I said, that there will be people who are gonna be upset with me. Why would you tell this? Why would you divulge this? So you're making your biological mother look bad because she held this information from you. Well, you guys, guess what? If I was a secret baby, okay, nobody knew about me, and that was very intentional on my mother's end, right? To split us up and then keep us both a secret. And then she would confess her secrets later to family members. But guess what? Babies don't stay secrets. Babies grow up into kids and into young adults and into fully functioning adults. And guess what? We have our own desires. We have our own outlooks. We have our own perspectives. We have our own actions we need to take in life. We have our own internal struggles. It's not just about you. My biological mother wanted to keep all of this secret. She wanted me to keep me a secret. I was not just supposed to show up here 12 years ago, but I did. Okay? And not only that, not only did I show up, I don't mean to say this in any kind of weird, precocious way, but I was a unifier. Right? I brought family members who hadn't seen each other for years together. Why? Because I was a neutral figure, right? People are like, who's this American family member we now have, right? So, like, I would get people together, siblings, cousins who haven't seen each other because of familial issues, familial strife, familial drama, right? And I was that unifier, right? And I brought my siblings together as best as I possibly could in those times. And now I'm finding myself as I have to do it again, right? But beyond my family, I want to be that ambassador of being that Paraguayan American who's inviting to you guys as expats and foreigners, and also like embodying what it is to be Paraguayan, right? I'm a lot of things internally and externally, and the way I look and the way I talk. I'm Paraguayan American, right? I'm at the point where I need to represent both of those things well, right? And be an example to my community, my peers, you guys who may follow me, family members who may see this, even reading the subtitles. That's why I talk a little bit slower when it comes to these kind of videos, because there are people watching subtitles. Okay. I don't try to be Barack Obama just to be Barack Obama. Extra slow talking. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, this is new info. Um, and it's a hell of a thing. And yes, and again, this is not a lie. This is not anything. I would not play around with this. Um, I guess I'm gonna keep it relatively shorter, even though 20 minutes is not short. But this is my life. I'm trying to live it the best I can. I'm trying to share the best I can. I'm trying to be the best I can. You know what I mean? So, that's it, you guys. I know this is a very different video. Anybody who's sticking to the end, if you have any similar kind of stories, hit me up. Instagram, Messenger, email. All my stuff is below. You guys know that. Comment below if you wanted to make a more public conversation going. And yeah, you guys, man, I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I just hit 700 subscribers. There's a few who unfollowed me for the political stuff. That's okay, I guess. Sort of. You means. I'm just playing. But yeah, you guys, this is real, man. This is the real me, and and that's that. So I'm Aranda, my best life Paraguayan. Thanks for sticking in there. Take care, you guys.